Yo, 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 what is up? We are back. I am Ryan from No Border Sports, and I've got Joe Stevens from Seahawk Talk with me. We are back. What is up?
It's
What's
been a
up,
long
Joe?
time since we've been on your channel.
I know. It's been a grip. How you been?
Good, yourself? Just enjoying life.
Yeah, just doing things. Loving things. Oh, we got Beto from Niner Sickness in the house. What up, Beto?
It's having, dog.
If anybody is watching this later on, make sure to go over to Niner Sickness Podcast and subscribe to Beto. He does a great show over there. And you will catch him on with me on Mondays on our NWO chat, or NWO show, which is rotated between 4 channels. So yeah. And Tuesday, I got a show with him called Niners and Friends. So he doesn't just do silly voices. He's got scary voices. He's got dainty voices. You know what I mean? Like like when the sweet and innocent. You know what I mean? He's got the.
I think that's a little creepier than a scary voice, but my boy Ryan and Joe. Thanks. Haven't been getting much love lately.
My boy Ryan and Joe, they were both his boys. It's okay.
Oh man.
He says he has all these voices in his head.
Anything exciting happen on the 49ers front lately?
Oh, well, of course. There's just, quarterback controversy, plus like creators are going to war with each other.
Let's get into that first.
Brock Purdy got called dink and dunk. And everything has erupted since.
Okay.
You got some people saying he can't be dink and dunk. You got people saying no, he's dink and dunk. Clearly, I think it's more nuanced. I think when you look at Brock Purdy, a dink and dunk to me is like somebody who makes their money between 5 to 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? That's not Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy does a really good job at throwing 20-yard balls. You know what I mean? He's a really good job at this stuff. He's thrown a couple of deeper balls with success, but they're not like one of them to the sidelines. I believe it was Brandon Ayuk. He had to slow up to catch it, or it was Debo. I can't remember, but they had to pause to pull up and catch it. So there's certain things, but to call him dink and dunk, I think is unfair. But I think the bigger point is how will defenses play us? You know what I mean? It's not what you call him. It's more about how defenses are going to play us. And if they're going to play us as a single high safety and stack 8 in the box, we're back to square one with like the Jimmy situation where they're stifling our run game by having 8 in the box, and they're begging us to throw it over the top on them, and we just don't do it. So to me, like, that's the only thing I'm worried about is, and look, I think they say with this surgery, people's arms, like pitchers' arms, can get stronger after it, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And it's not the surgery, it's the exercises you do to get stronger again, get your muscles, your ligaments stronger, all that stuff, and make sure you're doing good. And that kind of makes sense too, because you're probably just doing some of the most basic exercises that just focus on certain things. And that's just putting strength in that area. So if he's to come out and do that and keep doing that, who knows? Maybe he can have a stronger arm over the years and may be able to have some sort of a deeper threat. You know what I mean? But I just don't want to get stuck with single high safety and 8-man in the box again. Because
I don't think he's a dink and dunk quarterback just from watching him.
Yeah.
And I don't know why this wouldn't be a conversation in November and not now, because in November he was fine. December he was fine. why is this a conversation now?
Because I think people aren't wording it the way like I did.
Mm.
I think that's their real worry. You know what I mean? And it's just their way of explaining the scenario, which is not fair. You know what I mean? I don't think calling Purdy a dink and dunk is fair. I mean, he's shown he could do a lot. Oh,
No, I like this. I like reading things in Beto's voice. Now that I kind of like know him and I've heard him talk a few times, every comment that he reads, so I hear it in my head. I was just messing with you. I don't care. And then he said he was messing with me because he said I can say for sure that Brock Purdy is definitely a better quarterback than the kid over there in Seattle.
This is a little much. This is a little much there, Beto. And
5 years ago, I'd say yes, or 4 years ago.
I would say it was a tie. I would say it's a tie because talk about Sam Darnold, that'd be a tie because Sam Darnold, he's kind of a mess.
That's what I'm saying. When Darnold came in, yeah, I'd be like, oh yeah, Darnold is better than Geno, but not anymore.
No.
We've had our own kind of creator / radio host drama. I don't know if I think I might have touched on this last week. About Jamal Adams not being at OTAs.
Oh yes. We've got our own non-OTA shower upper lists, and people are kind of upset with.
Yeah, my thing is people are attacking. It doesn't happen a lot. I've noticed like you guys in 49er content / podcast / whatever's going on here, whatever space we're in talking about football, right? I noticed that our fans don't necessarily like get pissed off at each other as much as you guys, if that makes sense.
Look at this asshole. Sorry. He's out in the backyard drinking a nice cold beer and putting up some carne asada. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it was very rare that everybody gets pissed off like at each other. And I kind of didn't like it because I felt like some people were just like, I don't know. My favorite radio host in Seattle is Softy, and he's the only one that kind of no bullshit. He admits he's a homer, right? Like he's like one of me. Like, yes, I am a homer 100%. Like, if you see me in the streets and you're like, who's going to win the Super Bowl? I'm going to say the Seahawks even when I don't believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not on here, but yeah, like just walking around the town, So anyways, he was kind of pissed that Jamal Adams isn't at OTAs. And then all these people just came unglued on him on Twitter and stuff. And it's like, I mean, come on. And they're like, this is why no players want to do interviews with you, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, whatever. And then there's this one girl on Twitter. I'm not going to say her name. She's way bigger than I am. But like, everybody just sides with her because she's got like big old fake boobs. And
I know who you're talking about. Hot takes, Anna.
Yeah. Well, everybody sides with her. Like, I don't like that. I don't, just because she's not going to get with you, dude. I'm sorry.
She's not, bro. She's not.
Yeah. You can like this goes out to all the Seahawks fans. You can disagree with her if you want. Like, you don't just have to suck her wiener. It actually, it kills me because, she starts attacking Softy and everybody's on her side. And it's like, why? Because she has boobs, I don't know. That kind of irritates me a little bit.
She got the simps, the legion of simps.
And that kills me. She was like coming from a guy who looks like he'd have a heart attack running a 40-yard dash. And I responded. Nobody responded to me, but I was like, yo, that's so not cool to say. Like, you're out here like commenting on people's weight and stuff. Like, whatever, dude. I don't like that shit. So,
well,
anyways.
Yeah. I think there should be room for discourse. You know what I mean? Like, I was talking to some guy I really appreciate named Bay Area Baller, and we were he was saying that there's no way the 49ers can get away from teams playing us with a single high safety unless Kyle Shanahan moves to more four wide receiver sets.
Oh, well, no, that's not true.
And
Because you
yeah,
saw what I mean, this is just me as a Seahawks fan playing you guys. You saw what happened. I mean, our problem in that wild card game was the pass rush. But we played a single high safety against you guys, and you just killed us with the deep crossers. I mean,
yeah.
100%. And for those who are saying Purdy's dink and dunk, look at those deep crossers he was throwing against the Seahawks in the wild card game.
Well, they're saying more that he can't hit deep outside the numbers.
Oh,
You
I
know
get
what I mean? Because of
Yeah.
the hypotenuse, which is understandable. But it's almost where it's not a deal breaker. And the reason being is he's got some really good numbers, but he's also got numbers that are exactly compatible with Jimmy G.
Mhm.
And I think he makes better, riskier decisions.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that
He's not like throwing the ball to the linebacker twice a game, like you said.
well, he's got one wild crazy, at least one wild crazy ball that should be picked off a game so far.
Mm-hmm.
But even besides that, it seems like he's really good at making those more riskier throws. Again, he trusts himself, and so he's really good at hitting him on time because he trusts himself. He believes in himself. So I think, that's kind of why his numbers are the same in some categories, but yet, the 49ers produce more points and he has a higher, I don't know, QBR, because people are getting more yards off his stuff because he's getting past the field, getting past the linebackers, which is making people being able to make one guy miss, which is giving him more yards. You know what I'm saying? It all adds up. So, like,
I just think when the team came together at that time when he came in, I don't know. We'll have to see what Trey Lance does. Obviously, nobody knows. Nobody knows. We know more of what Brock Purdy is than we know what Trey Lance is, right?
Well, and Beto, I think we have to hold on now because it seems like there was lots of things going on that about these 20-yarders. He's throwing it all with his arm and none with his lower body. And when you do that, you have a chance to be off by even more because you're not using the natural motion. You're muscling it, you're letting it go, and any kind of change on the strength that you put on it can make the ball fall short or sail over the top. You know what I'm saying? So it might not be fixed, but it might be on its way to being fixed with this new is what he's working on as far as his legs and stuff go. Which I watched a good show on Grant Cohn's channel there, Beto. He interviewed a quarterback coach and he talked about how it's mindset. I guess he does spiritual type work also, but it's he's talking about the difference of how quarterbacks used to throw over the top and how quarterbacks are now throwing out here. The reason being is when you get the ball further away from your body, you get more torque on it. So you don't need to do this now. What was it? What were they saying? It's like the footwork and stuff is dropped. So they're saying like a lot of these kids that are coming out are being taught like 1990s style quarterback footwork etiquette, all that stuff, when they need to be working in this style that they're doing now, which is more of this half cocked arm, and you release when it's parallel with your body. You know what I mean? And Trey is still releasing a little bit forward, which is also causing his ball to be off a little bit. But
yeah, I think enough quarterback talk for the day. I get so tired talking about quarterbacks and kickers.
Where's your hammer, fool? You mean Jack Hammer? He's in the tool shed. I don't know what you mean, the hammer. At some point, I will have a gavel, though. Got to say what up to Damian Lee.
What's up, Damien?
We also had Joey in the house.
What's up, Joey?
This is so true. This is so true. He says, he says, what up to everybody? And then he says, our fan base is weird with the QB civil war. Just shows how desperate we are for a Super Bowl win. Yes. Yes.
I don't even know that. I think it might be boredom.
No, it's not. It's okay. So when we were tied with just the Dallas Cowboys for 5 Super Bowl wins, like that was okay, but we still didn't like it. And now the Patriots have more than us.
And the Steelers.
And
right?
the Steelers, yes. So we get one more. We tie the Steelers. So our mindset is Super Bowl win every year. That's essentially what Eddie DeBartolo kind of fashioned the team to think like during the 80s and 90s, but also the fans. You know what I mean? We weren't going to put up with less, and we held them accountable. You know what I mean? So we are the creation of that. We're holding the standard. You know what I mean? We expect nothing less, and we won't really subside until we get those wins.
I think it really changed about 10 years ago here to about the same thing.
Yeah.
Because before that, we were happy to make the playoffs, and we made it to the Super Bowl one time. Everybody was shocked, but the city didn't really feel like it was a dominant football city until, Pete came around. So I completely get it. We're not as starved as you guys are, obviously, but geez, it's been almost 10 years now. So
and there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, I think you are selling yourself short if you're not thinking like that. As a fan, as a fandom, as a management, as a player, as an owner, you know what I mean? If you're not thinking like that, you need to get out of this business, essentially, because that's what it's all about. It's not about no second place. It's not about no jersey sales. It's about hosting the Lombardi Trophy.
Well, yeah, players, coaches, and GMs, I think for sure that needs to be their mindset.
But the fans too. And it's not that you got to be mad at players or treat them like crap. It's just you need to hold people accountable, and you need to, if you relax and you don't hold your management accountable as a fan, they're going to think that it's okay to just pass off, 6 losing seasons.
Yeah, look at the Browns.
Exactly. They're so, oh, we love this team, oh, it's okay, it's okay. They're not holding anybody accountable because they've sucked for so damn long.
Yeah, I hate to be honest. I think if we had 6 losing seasons in a row, I'd still be, I love this team, but I don't know
you would be.
I don't know if I'd be how do you say it? I don't know if I'd be clamoring for them to win the Super Bowl. I'd just be trying to make the playoffs.
No, what you need to be clamoring for is them to make moves that get you there.
Well, yeah, the Mariners. I get it. I'm a Mariners fan as well.
Yeah,
Bro. I totally understand what you're saying. There isn't a rivalry. The Seahawks suck. I just look at the scoreboard. I'm sorry.
Tommy, how you doing today, Tommy? Is that his first thing, or did he come? Tommy, you didn't call us fairies? Tommy, is this a copycat account? Are you coming down with the flu, Tommy? Got to say what's up to David McNiner.
What's going on,
saying
David?
What up to us?
But Yeah, no, I think there is a huge rivalry, but if you want to say there is a rivalry, the Seahawks suck, I will say just go to Pro Football Reference, type in Seahawks 49ers overall record, and you'll be sadly mistaken.
Oh, there's definitely a rivalry. Even though like I don't know if some 49ers fans want to acknowledge it because it's been so one-sided lately. And they kind of
Not
just like
last
to
year.
look they like to well, you know what I'm talking about, but like the Rams, they like to look on the Rams and go, "Yeah, that's our rivalry because we're
Oh,
dominating the
because you guys
shit out of
beat
them."
them.
Right. Right. You know, see what I'm saying? And I see that from some 49ers fans. And it's like, well, we got one that we don't have the fucking we don't
Upper
have the
hand.
high score on yet. You know what I'm saying? We gotta focus on a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? And then we got the Cowboys, and then we got the Packers too, because the Packers used to knock us out of the playoffs back in the day with Brett Favre.
Mm-hmm.
So I hate like non-conference rivals, the Cowboys and Green Bay Packers for me. I don't really care about the Raiders too much because they suck. Let's just face it. But a lot of 49ers fans don't like Cowboys and Raiders. That would be their top two. And then of course you've got Niners and Raiders or Rams. Well, I guess you could call the Rams Raiders. They're going to have the same record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Our rivals, honestly, are you guys, the Rams, and I'd say the probably the Raiders the most. Well, with Russell Wilson, the Broncos, Raiders. Um, he was also wrong. We've only been a franchise for 47 years, not 60. Sorry to talk shit.
No, you're look, you can talk shit. Tommy appreciates it. He's just gonna come back with some more. You know what I'm
My
saying?
boy's here, by the way.
Yeah. Yo, it's little Sponge. What up, Spongy? I
Yeah, after the whole welfare scandal, but before that, probably not.
Wait. Did you hear he dropped his lawsuit?
Against Pat McAfee. Did he also against Shannon Sharp, though? Shannon Sharp as well.
If he's smart, he will.
I think that was the dumbest thing he's done in this whole thing. Like,
the reason
besides,
being is you get to go, there's discovery. You get to go and ask for all these documents from him to prove that he's not lying about stuff. Like, oh, there's already text messages. We could get that, and that could just get put in. Oh, it's bad.
I just can't. Just from a public perspective, that was the dumbest. Oh, cool! You got a school art show, huh?
Gotta love school art shows. Is that what your image is? Travis Kelce there on the
Jason Kelsey.
Oh yeah, Jason Kelce.
Yeah,
What's
I don't
up?
know where I was going with
Just
whatever the fuck I was saying. Who are some notable missing people in OTAs that your fans are all up in arms about?
Javon Hardgrave,
Why?
because they feel like it's his first year with the team, so he should come in and let's just say
Oh, I apologize.
CMC is there, and he is like giving it 100% and showing everybody what is expected of them. You know what I mean? And everybody's like, well, if CMC can't is there, then everybody else needs to be there. Like Juwan Jennings isn't there, so people are upset that Juwan Jennings isn't there. To me, I don't know. Maybe Javon Hargrave, maybe.
I thought you were saying that Kinlaw wasn't there. Sorry,
I think he's there.
a flip
Yeah, you're
flop of
good.
last names.
Yeah, the name makes me like have to like pause every single time and like think about it.
Because if I was Kinlaw, I'd be fighting hard right now. Is this his last year on his rookie contract, right?
Yes. And
If I
they're
was him, I'd be showing up to every OTA, every camp,
and he is.
whatever. Yeah, exactly. But that's why I misunderstood you. Javon Hargrave already got paid. He ain't got to show up.
Yeah, and then who else isn't there? Jawan Jennings.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
And Debo isn't. Debo's working out with Saquon Barkley and DeAndre Hopkins.
I'm not. See, that's where you might disagree with me here, but be with your team every chance you get.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were getting pissed at me for saying that, but
No,
you can work out with Saquon and DeAndre Hopkins all you want, but this is like a 2-week thing, 1.5 week thing. Just show up, show people that you give a shit.
I'm sorry, but if you somehow if you got a dirty UA, I'm not practicing with you outside of anything. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
You know, I'm just serious, and it's DeAndre Hopkins. I put out some trash stuff a couple times, making him because somebody called him steroid boy, so I fucking made some memes about that. But I don't really care. He says he didn't do it. I don't know.
Well, why wouldn't he fight it?
If I don't know. But all I know, I think he did. I think he tried to, but I just wouldn't put myself in that situation. Whether he did or he didn't, I wouldn't put myself in the situation that I could come into any sort of contact with anything that he's using. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I think you're a lot more careful, unless you're Josh Gordon. You're a lot more careful once you've been slapped in the hand once, right? So.
Oh, if I was Josh Gordon, but I mean, like, I might have been the Josh Gordon if I came in there, because I would have been like, "Fuck you, I'm smoking, bro." Oh shit, I was I had a joke yesterday. I told Beto that I was smoking a joint with 6 chicks yesterday, and he didn't believe me.
So you took a photo.
No, and I explained to him that he could go ask the 2 hens and the 4 bunnies that were also there. Seriously, I was out in the front yard. You know what I'm saying? That's where my roommate's got her little chickens and all that stuff. And the 6 chicks were out there.
Joking. You were.
Yeah. With 6 chicks. Yeah.
6 chicks. Yeah.
No, one of them. It's funny. They grew up together, so they all like kind of go around. Even though the other chickens are there, they don't really care. They just kind of stay on their own. And one of them got separated somehow, and it was freaking out because they couldn't get past the chicken wire to him because it was on the other side of something. And the moment the whole group just walked over the other way, it's like, oh crap, I can come over here. Oh, hey, I figured it out, guys. It was like, but it was freaking out. They're not very smart, but
no, never are.
Oh, we got Eric Wallace in the house.
What's up, Eric? We got some Seahawks news. You want to get to who the Seahawks don't have at OTAs, is it just those 3 mainly that stand out?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to try to remember. Tariq Woolen was there a couple days ago.
Ooh.
And then
what about his surgery?
I was just going to say he got a little cleanup surgery on his knee, like an arthroscopic type deal. So he will be back by training camp. Not too worried about it. The big question mark, I don't know. Let me know if anybody in the chat, anybody knows what's going on. Daryl Taylor, same thing, but nobody knows what's going on with him. So he was there, during team workouts and stuff, and then he's gone as soon as the actual OTA starts. So the on the field stuff starts is what I mean. So little worried about that. Obviously, Jamal Adams isn't there. He's rehabbing. Jordan Brooks isn't there. He's rehabbing. Both of them are in Texas. The punter's not there. Michael Dixon.
That's nothing.
No, it kind of pisses me off, really, because you'd think that. Well, no, that doesn't piss me off. I guess
No.
just show up. That's what I'm saying. Just show up.
The reason why the punter doesn't matter, really, well, it kind of does if you're trying to figure out who's you're going to be your punt returner. You know what I mean? Because you're going to want
That's what
to.
I'm saying.
You're going to
But I
want to
mean, we have
test.
all training camp, so
Yeah, and he's been there many years already so far. To me, oh yeah, this is. Hold on. Let's give it a. I want to say some nice words for Tina Turner. Anna Mae was her original name when she was with that scallywag. What's his name? Ike Turner, who used to beat her up. And then one day, Anna Mae decided in a limo to whoop his ass and get out of that car, and she became Tina Turner. And she sang. She kicked ass. The whole rest of her career. Her was it the People on the River? What is it by CCR? She redid that, and it starts out all slow, and then the horns come in. Da-na-na-na-na. Big wheels keep on turning. Proud Mary. Yes, her version of Proud Mary is my favorite, and it's just sad. We lost Jim Brown. Now we lost Tina. So if we could just get a little moment of silence for the queen of rock and roll, Tina Turner. All right, Tina. You go sing your ass off.
Tina.
Yeah, Tina Turner was the shit. Anybody don't know?
Anyways, sorry about that.
Oh, you're all good. Sorry,
No, you're good. I'm just reading these comments right now that you shouldn't pull up on the screen. Sorry.
Oh gosh.
So anyways, yeah.
A parallel isn't necessarily straight. It's just parallel. Right?
Yeah.
Because when it's a parallel line running around like a globe or a, what do you call it? What is the term for our as?
Well, if you think about it, a rainbow has like 5 parallel lines.
And they all curve.
Yep, all of them.
No, they don't have lines actually. They're on a spectrum.
All
so
right.
there's never I had this explained the other day. There's never anything like there's never a time where it like separates into a different color. It's all like the next shade. You know what I'm saying? Like it goes into the next shade, so you can never just like you just gotta cut whatever color you want out of it. It's weird.
I defer to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
That's who was telling me all this.
Shut up.
Yeah, dude. That's where I'm watching it from.
You
know what I mean? So
actually,
yeah. Well, he was explaining how blue wasn't invented really until someone found a dye for that color.
You were talking about this a week ago.
Yeah.
Or maybe Friday night.
Yeah.
I remember hearing you say that. I can't remember who said that, but I just was thinking, Jesus Christ.
And then the women who carry the colorblind gene will be able to, like, as time goes on, like more and more women kind of get that stronger gene going on. They'll be able to tell differences between colors that you and I would think are the same color, and they'll be able to tell you, no, that's 2 different shades. So it's crazy.
Why the women? Why not guys too?
Because the guys that have that gene are colorblind and can't see the colors. Because colorblindness only affects the guys.
Oh, women can't be colorblind?
No, they just carry the gene.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. There might be rare cases, who knows, of women,
Well, now
but
that you say that, you're right. I know like 4 people that are red-green colorblind, and they all are guys.
and if you look at the videos for the people putting on the glasses and seeing color, all guys.
Weird.
Yeah.
Back to football.
Yeah. So, sorry.
No, I apologize too. Um, yeah, what else is going on? You got the quarterback, you got the OTAs, anything else exciting?
There's we've got undrafted free agents. I hear our rookie safety is looking really good. Like he's attacking the ball and just shutting things down out there, but he's also only playing against, the rookies and the other guys that are coming in, you know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
That's okay. We're not expecting him necessarily to start this year. We've got our starters, you know what I mean? So to me, this is just, can you handle this kind of criteria? Okay, if you can, then when we get into the regular training camp, we'll be able to see what you're actually able to do against the real dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll know if you're viable to eventually start maybe sometime this year if need be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because while I got Hafunga and Gibson out there, I'm letting those guys play. You know what I mean? I'll let Brown just sit behind them and watch and, get some, not practice, but, like
Mental
dead
reps.
time, reps, get some special team, you know what I mean? Just kind of get used to being on the sideline, figuring out how the things go in the pros. And then by that time, he'll probably be good by next year. But I have a feeling we might see him at some point this year. It's just,
Yeah,
we've got our schedule so messed up. We're gonna see injuries this year. I think a little bit more than we did last year, but I think we'll
when's
be
your bye
okay because
week
we have to.
again?
I
I
can't
think
remember,
we got kind of fucked on ours. It's like week 5.
but we also have 2 Thursday night games, which gives us short
So,
weeks, but then
so do
extra
we.
long. So it's like
Yeah.
we got a couple of different bye weeks, maybe. I don't know, but
Your
they got to
Thursday
pick.
night games are back to back, right?
Are they?
It would be the weekend before Thanksgiving, because ours would be Thanksgiving the week after Thanksgiving. I think that's the only way that they could do it, right? They can't scatter those.
I don't think they should at all. It just seems stupid. I don't know, but whatever. I just want to play football.
Me too. I was talking to Candace about that. If any of you on here aren't following her, go follow Candace at Sports Ethos Seahawks on YouTube or just Sports Ethos Seahawks on Twitter. We were talking about we were talking even before. We were kind of like getting antsy. We're about to go on. We're like, oh, what game are you most excited for? And we both kind of said the 49ers, but honestly, it's just week 1, right? Not even give me the preseason right now. But as soon as the
I'll take
preseason,
anything. I'll take
but
anything. I
as
want to
soon
see
as the
guys hitting
preseason
people.
starts, I'm just bitching that I'm ready for the regular season. So just get me to September 10th. That's what I want to do.
Not with me because I understand and I appreciate the process of preseason.
No, I get it. I get it for sure. But yeah, I just want to
Like
see real games.
like when I played football in high school, we always had like jamborees we went to where we'd play like a quarter against 4 teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's perfectly fine for me. You know what I mean? Like we'd always have our red and gold or red and white game. And so there's, you need to kind of get some snaps before, everything counts. And
Mhm.
I like seeing all the rookies and the undrafted free agents. I like to see who stands out,
Yeah, me
who's
too.
getting the flashes. You know what I mean? So, and you don't see that any other time of the year until they get thrown in because the coaches know what they've been seeing in practice. So to me, there's a lot you can judge your depth really well.
One thing I will say about preseason that is fun, like just being a fan during preseason, right? You got the games on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, I think, and sometimes Sundays, right? So you got all those. And then on top of that, you got Hard Knocks on HBO. You can go home every Wednesday, watch Hard Knocks. You know, it's not a bad time, but nothing like September.
I don't know how the Niners haven't gotten Hard Knocks yet.
You have to miss the playoffs 2 years in a row.
I know.
Okay.
But I mean, like there was a time there where they like
Yeah.
like I couldn't believe how they weren't subjected to it. And
Yeah,
then
I don't know. And I don't think you're really allowed to decline it either.
I don't think you can.
Because I remember John Gruden and Jay Gruden were kind of arguing about like who was going to be picked at one point because he was coaching the Redskins or Commanders. And you know, John Gruden was coaching the Raiders. They were both kind of pissed that they were the final two teams on there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nobody
no.
wants that. Nobody wants that. To me, I think you could do enough in-house. Every of these teams have social media things.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you do some of that stuff already in-house and then let us see stuff from all over? You know what I mean? But they're also, I guess they don't want to let any of that out. So that's why it's an outside entity, I guess.
Well, if you guys want to fall in love with Cleveland Farrell, watch the Hard Knocks from 2018. You can watch him on there. He was a rookie for the Raiders.
I am the law.
Ryan, can you do a segment where you discuss the depth of the team while wearing a motorcycle helmet and call yourself stuff?
I think he's referring to Judge Dredd, Sylvester Stallone movie.
Oh, see, I'm not.
Oh, it's a good one, bro. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, I think we're all just kind of ready for football, aren't we? And it's a long way because we got, what month is it now? We're almost,
May.
I guess, we're about 2.5 months away from preseason, about 2 months from training camp. I don't know. I think the 90-man rosters going into the preseason are basically set right now. Yeah. I'm happy where the Seahawks are. I mean, I don't think they're quite ready to catch the 49ers this year, but I think next year is going to be a different story. If this year goes according to how everybody has it planned, right?
So who subbed to your channel, Tommy?
Rams Jam.
Yeah, I was probably a Rams fan. Jim Everett.
The great. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're all just ready for ball, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, what do you got going on this week, man?
Oh, well, I got some shorts I'll be putting out. I'm working on I've downloaded essentially every highlight clip from the 49ers this season, and I'm going through and I'm weeding all the less highlighty clips out, and I should be having like videos cranking out here soon, so
Awesome.
look out for that. Then we got the Friday night show, which is something very special to us. Bryant Culp, David McNiner, Joe Stevens, we're kind of Corey Davis. We're kind of making a Friday night show. It's a NFL, so it's not just 49ers, but obviously we'll always revert to 49ers / Seahawks talk in the evening once it gets a little later.
Get off topic the whole time and not talk about football once, and that's fine with everybody too.
Yeah, the train derails and it goes back off topic. I'm sorry. Oh. Hey, Tommy, can we not have any, homophobic remarks, please? I've just seen a lot of that throughout here. It's just, please, let's keep the chat respectable. Don't want to get in trouble for other people having fun. Okay, just appreciate you guys.
There was a bit of Seahawks news I forgot to touch on before we get off here.
Okay.
Artie Burns will be wearing the number 3 this season, and that is big news for Seahawks fans.
I'm guessing people are ecstatic about that, huh?
I don't really give a shit, to be honest. I'd be pissed if somebody wore 54, yeah. I just like to go back in time to about a year ago to where, half the fan base was up in arms. How could we let this guy go? And those same people that were up in arms are now in my camp, right? My camp. I've been in this camp for a while. I've been, that was a hill I was dying on, that the Seahawks made the right move letting Russ go. And I'm still happy to die on it, to be completely honest.
It looks like you're alive and well at the top of the hill there, Joe.
Yeah, exactly.
Might even be having a picnic.
Yeah, but it's awesome, that I was right. Okay. I don't get to say that too often. I was right 100%. Actually, I was wrong because I said we'd finish like 7-9. Well, 7-10. But, I'm just happy that everybody hates the dude now, So that's what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be awesome seeing that number 3 out there again, not being worn by fraud.
Did Pete actually say he made that call?
No. Nobody's going to say they made that call.
Do you think that Russell decided to call that play?
Oh, this call.
Yeah.
No, yeah. No, the truth is Darrell Bevel made that call. Our offensive coordinator. That was admitted a long time ago.
People were like, it's the stupidest call. And I was like, yes, because we know the outcome.
Exactly.
And I go beforehand, everybody's expecting Marshawn Lynch to run it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They're not expecting you to throw it. And so, look, it's bad because it went wrong. It didn't work out right. But in another world, in another scenario, essentially, that could have gone right. And everybody was like, that's the smartest thing ever. I can't believe they thought they were going to run it with Marshawn Lynch and they throw it as a touchdown. They win a Super Bowl.
Just look at the box. That play. Look at the box. It was loaded.
Yeah.
And then we're in shotgun. We're in shotgun with 3 wide receivers, and there's like 8 men in the box. And you're like, okay. Now what as a Seahawks fan, what I would have done differently was maybe run an out route, something like that. But 99 times out of 100, I won't say that. 9 times out of 10, that play is either an incomplete pass or a touchdown. And the problem is Brandon Browner jammed Jermaine Kearse so hard I've watched it 1,000 fucking times. If Brandon Browner didn't jam Jermaine Kearse like that on the line of scrimmage, Jermaine Kearse would have ran out like this, basically picked off, not picked the ball off, but picked off Malcolm Butler and Ricardo Lockett would have been wide open. It was, you know what? It is what it is, right?
The defense made a great play right there. And that's like that. You can't take anything away from them. You know what I mean? Because they just made a better play, and they essentially have the final say on that. You know what I mean? Because they are the defense. They have to break down in order for you to get, that playoff or that, to get that. And they didn't break down. In fact, they made the right play, and they were, so they put themselves in the right position. It was just,
Exactly. It was, yeah. And if you look at it, we had 3 plays with 1 timeout. So if that play was going to be incomplete, we would have had time to run another run play, take another timeout, and then run another run play. So
because I remember it was like, oh, it's over, because you were, what was it, second down, wasn't it?
Yeah, second goal from the 2. We have 1 timeout. So like I said, if they were to run all 3 plays, it would have to be at least one pass play, right? Because they can't run on second down, call a timeout, run it again. They wouldn't have time enough to run on fourth down. So one of those plays had to be a pass play. So I don't know. It completely derailed that team, and it was the worst outcome. It's the worst outcome possible. We got close. I'd rather not even got close.
You should have done a fake dive and pitch to somebody coming around.
I was thinking bootleg. That's what I expected going up to the line of scrimmage.
Well, think about it. You got the fake dive, so everybody in the box is converging on the running back going up the middle. And then at the last second, you just flick it to somebody who's coming around like that. And like a jet sweep, well, not a jet sweep, but like I call it like a bucket sweep. When you come anchor, I can't remember. When you come down back behind the quarterback a little bit. And that's how I would have done it. You know, when you get everybody moving one way, going down the middle, and then flip it back this way, and then let the wide receiver beat the cornerback, and then have the linebackers try and get, or the safeties try and figure out how to get to the edge before he can turn it up and into the end zone.
It was 8 years ago now. I'm done. The Bears did an 85 what the Seahawks should have. Well,
no, Randy, there wasn't enough room. They were on the 1 yard line, Randy. The annexation of Puerto Rico takes time. Takes time. God.
Go what he said next.
I can't believe, I swear he would have watched the Little Giants enough.
The Bears did an 85 with the Seahawks. Should have put your biggest guy in the middle and run straight up the gut. Well, that game was a blowout. That was not in any way a high pressure situation for the Fridge to score a touchdown there. He scored for fun. And also that ended Walter Payton's career with the Bears because he was pissed off that he didn't get to score that touchdown in the Super Bowl. You
don't have to have him take the ball. You can have him be the fullback.
Yeah, that season we actually had a huge guy like that. His name was Will Tupuwafu.
Oh, we got David Villa in the house. What up, David?
What's up, David?
This is Joe Stevens from Seahawk Talk. He's a really good dude. If you would be so kind, his channel is in the description, so please go and give him a sub. He'd be much appreciative. He's trying to get to 100, and he's trying to get
to 53.
Yeah, but it's like your first milestone is like 100.
Yeah, and here every other Wednesday, right? And then every Friday. That's me.
Oh, hold on. You're talking about the Fridge? About the Fridge, Randy?
That's the freezer.
Oh, this is the freezer. Sorry. Do you know about the freezer, Randy?
He's got to know.
He says he's been following Joe since Smokey been smoking.
Randy always has some good comments. I remember my first live stream on here. Well, not first. I went on whatever.
Ted's?
No, I still never been on Ted's, not once.
What?
We just
Oh,
talk all the time.
Ted.
So anyways, I go on. I do a show with Levi. I do a show with you, and then we do another show together. It's when Bobby Wagner just got re-signed, and Randy Daytona was in the chat, and I was like, "Oh no shit, Randy Daytona's here," and he goes, "I follow Joe like people follow the Grateful Dead," and I was like, "You know what? I'll never forget that guy. That was the first positive comment I've had on YouTube. Like that was super funny." So
If you didn't know Randy Daytona, we've got a David Corona, and that's the face you see in the background. And one day, I don't know how it was, he had to put his phone was too hot on StreamYard, so he had to put his phone in the freezer.
yeah, I
So
did indeed tell him to put his phone in the freezer.
he put
I
his
was
phone in
being
the
an asshole.
freezer, and we couldn't figure out why he didn't have food in his freezer. And then we realized his camera was pointing at the door in the little rack thing, and then when he pointed to the rest of the freezer, he had food, right? So somehow later on, he says, "You want to see my freezer again?" I'm like, "We just seen the freezer. Why
He
the
goes,
hell
I
do you
got
want
pee
to?"
in there.
No. And then I go, "Let's see what's in your fridge." So he shows us a whole bunch of juice in his fridge and whatnot. And he's like, "I got frozen pee." And then there's a So this is why we have the pea cups for David Corona. That in fact, we've got some more things for David Corona. There we
Seriously, he is an all-time GOAT.
David, that's my cup Corona. If you notice, that's him there with 2 pea cups as boxing gloves.
Yeah. I mean, he's the man. He brings a lot of content to our channel. So, hey, what's up, Seahawks, Eddie? His wife seems to embrace a lot of things, like his toenail clippings and stuff like that.
Supposedly they're making a collage with that. I don't know what kind of collage.
Yeah. Can't wait to get it mailed to you, huh?
Bro, like it'd make more sense if it was like a voodoo doll or something. Like they were trying to I don't know. Yeah, Tommy, so he could pass his UAs.
Yeah.
Calm down, Tommy. You know about
What's up,
passing
Seahawks,
UAs,
Eddie?
homie? Of course you're good. You're good, Tommy.
I don't think anybody's would, except one, the man, the myth, the
Yeah.
legend, David Corona.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, does anybody in the chat have any questions for us? NFC West questions, Seahawks, 49ers, Lambs, Cardinals. Not gonna lie, the Rams, Cardinals, I'm not too up to date on, so I can try to bullshit my way through.
I just want to talk about Kyler Murray. I don't see him being on the Cardinals
what?
in 2 years.
Oh, 2 years. No, he will be. He just got paid a fat amount of money.
Yeah.
I'd say
I don't
3
know.
years.
Well, think in 2024 season, I think it is, he's got something like 80 something million coming to him. But after that, I don't know if he'll be on the Cardinals.
Randy Daytona says, "What are the Rams going to finish 8-9?" I could see, honestly, and I'm not just being a dick saying this. Like I hate the Rams, but I could see him finishing 8-9, 9-8.
I don't know. I don't know about that. You're asking a lot of their rookies to play like pros
and first round picks and their third round picks.
Well, I'm just saying, like all their rookies, they drafted all those rookies to try and play this year. They felt like they needed all those guys for the most part. And if that's the case, bro. You got issues. because they're not going to be able to perform as well as you think. And if they do, it's going to be at the last half of the season. So you
Or
better
the
hope you
first
don't come up with any sort of real competition in the last half of the season, or else you're going to have lost a whole first load. First season is going to be a whole bunch of losses, and then you're going to have losses spackled through the last half of your season too. So to me, I don't see them 8-9. Maybe they get 5 or 6.
they do still have Staff, Cup, and Donald. I don't know how much longer Stafford's gonna stay available. And I get it, he won a Super Bowl, so I can't talk too much shit. I don't like Stafford at all. I don't think he's anything special at all. Yeah, 7-10.
And I could see 7 and 10 too. I'm not, it's just, to me, I don't think that D-line is going to struggle. I don't know who they got on their squad.
Other than Aaron Donald. And their O-line's gonna struggle too. They sucked last year.
And if you're talking about drafting defensive linemen to play, you're in trouble. If you're talking about defensive tackles, at least. Edges, you can get edges from the first and second round to start first year. That's not been an issue, but I don't think they drafted edge with their second round pick this year, so I don't see that happening.
What they drafted. Stafford is no different than Carr to me. Yeah, no, I completely agree. I've never thought anything highly of Matt Stafford at all.
He's really good until he's not.
Yeah, do you remember the first half of that year they won the Super Bowl? So 2021, he was playing lights out. Not lights out, but he was playing really, really good football.
Yeah.
And then it was pick six, pick six, pick six, pick six.
He also, like, when times get tough, sometimes I think he tunes out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it gets big and he's not that he's a coward and he runs from things. It just seems like it kind of consumes him to the point where maybe there's doubt in his mind and then he can't play as freely. And that's when he plays his best, is when he's confident. Well, that's how anybody plays best, I guess, when they're confident. You know what I mean? I guess like war is the only time where being scared, doing things being scared is the only way you're going to get shit done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my favorite highlight of Matt Stafford last year was the opening game, Thursday night against the Bills, right? And he throws an interception, and then they zoom in on his face, and he tried to no-look pass it. He throws a pick six right to the safety. I hate that no-look pass bullshit. Just look,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
To me, it's not worth it. It's
No,
like
Mahomes missed a couple passes. Mahomes missed Kelsey wide open in the end zone one time because he tried to no-look pass it. And it's like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't like Peyton Manning. I guess Peyton Manning got mad at somebody because he caught the ball with one hand.
yeah, he tried to and dropped it, and he said, "You dive." And then, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, which I'm not saying for every circumstance that catching the ball with both hands is best, because you've seen some of them catches with one hand.
Oh, yeah.
In the position that they were, it could only be done with one hand in that situation. You can't get your extension up like that with both hands.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You get only that extension when you're giving up one arm to get the other one above the other one. If you just, you know what I mean? You can
like
extend
the Odell
more.
Beckham Jr. catch.
Right. So to me, if you can help it, you need to get both hands on that ball. I've seen some people just leisurely catch the ball like, oh, it ain't no thing. This is this. No, put both hands out there, catch that thing with both hands. Every attempt needs to be treated as if it's a game-winning catch, or it could possibly be a game-winning catch, because it could. you could run this thing to the end zone and put up another 7 points, which could be the catalyst for you winning. You know what I mean? And once you stack a couple of those, yeah, to me, it's just like same thing as like concentrating on catching the ball before you turn upfield to run. It's the same thing.
Yeah, when players do that, it's pretty upsetting.
You know, you're already going to get hit. If you're scared like you're going to get hit, you're already going to get hit. You looking at it first isn't going to do anything. You know what I mean? Worry about catching the ball and at least getting it down. If you get hit, at least you'll have the ball. You know what I'm saying? Just get the ball first and then figure things out. You can have a plan. You should be, before you're going up to make that catch, you should know kind of where people should be in your peripherals, and you should account for that. And knowing the time that it takes you to do something, you should be okay in certain situations. So I just don't like how people do that. You just gotta be, and like I've heard Kittle, you catch it, then you rip it down into your chest immediately. The reason being is because so many people, they catch it and they leave it out here, and then somebody's hand comes in and then it's gone. So if you take it and rip it down to your chest immediately, then it's less of something to get hit, knocked, all this stuff, and it's in your chest, which helps you cradle it more. You know what I mean? You can only put 2 points of contact essentially on the ball. You get the other contact is your chest. So,
well, yeah.
So, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I ain't got nothing going on until Friday with you guys.
We do have Thursday night. We do have Corey's trivia show.
Oh yeah, for sure. Make sure you go and check that out.
Yep. He also has a show tonight with YTC where they do Giants trivia, and that should be popping off, I think, in about an hour or so.
Yeah, make sure you go check him out. He's a boss. So
he's got some of the best introductions in the game.
That's what he's known for. Yeah, for sure.
See, Spongy knows.
It's a little late to the party, yeah, but he's on that East Coast delay, I guess.
All right. So with that, we're gonna get out of here. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I want to thank everybody. Oh shoot, hold up. What up, Nathan Z?
Nathan Z? He'll be there at Corey's deal tonight. So
he should be. But yeah. I want to thank everybody who stopped by in the chat. Tommy Huxley, Randy Daytoa, Spongy. Let's see. David Villa. Nathan Z, Seahawks Eddie. Let's see if I don't want to miss anybody now that I've gone through like everybody. David McNiner was in here.
Beto.
I think that was it. Oh, Eric Wallace. Shout out Eric Wallace. Steve-O Supremo. And that might be it. Oh, Damian Lee. Lee.
Flying under the radar.
And with that, we out of here. Can't wait for the football season to start.
Thank you, guys.